Alright, I thought I'd try to make a quick video on the sleeping platform that I've made for my Jeep Cherokee KL. If you want to know a little bit more about what I've done for this vehicle on from a hunting standpoint, check out this video up here or over here or wherever I'm going to put it. But this is what you're starting with. Now, this is primarily for a Jeep Cherokee KL, but I've noticed a lot of these modern crossovers kind of follow the same standard design, so it might work for any other crossover vehicle. This sliding forward is kind of key. One thing you need to do is take the headrests off. Now, I'm 5'10", and I have to sleep at a diagonal, which brings up a problem. So by itself, you got that. So kind of laying a diagonal from here to there. I'm 5'10", I barely fit. But you got that gap there, and you got these that fold over right there. Now the problem is twofold. One, this isn't perfectly flat. And because you're laying at an angle on the mountain, you get all cockeyed. So you really do need a sleeping platform. I've tried it without, and it's just no fun. So laying down here, you have a couple problems. The angle going this way, you're sleeping at an angle, and you have like next to no headroom. So you do need a sleeping platform to fix the angle problem down here, and you need it as low as possible because you already are shy on headroom up here. That's better. So the first thing I did is I took a 4-foot level, which I don't have, so I'm using this gardening stick instead. I took a 4-foot level and I put it up here because the platform's gonna have to come back. And I took a 4-foot level, measured up, and then I just measured basically the angle of the dangle back here and up here, because you want this as level as you can get it without sacrificing much headroom, because you already don't have much to work with. So the criteria, you want it flat. To remove this hump right here, you don't want to give up much headspace because it's already cramped in here as it is. Another one that I had is I didn't want to build anything too elaborate. I like to keep things simple, and you never know when you're going to have an unexpected visitor drop in on you.
Well, I just came down from the sky because my thermal just let me down. It's about 100 miles, I guess.
You landed like just right over there.
Yep, right there, and tripped and fell.
All right, let me make room in the truck. So I'll show you what I did, but I'll start over. I'll rewind a little bit and it'll make more sense. Another criteria that I had in mind when I made my sleeping platform is that I didn't want to have to pull out this liner. I mean, this really is too nice for a hunting rig, but that's what I'm working with. It's what I'm doing. I mean, but I know there's going to be a little storage space under here, and I want to be able to put things in here under the platform without having to worry about dirtying up the Jeep, or at least the inside of it. So I wanted everything to fit in this backspace with the seats up in case I get an unexpected visitor again. And so I wanted to be able to run the Jeep either way, with the bed out or the bed up. So here it is, all folded up. I made this thing entirely out of scrap material. I'm gonna go back and remake this again. I'm gonna use this one as a template. I'm gonna go back and remake it again out of some lighter weight material, but this is what I came up with. It's in 2 pieces. The key thing is this first piece down here. This is also the heaviest, but in the front, I just got a 2x4 cross, and then I propped up the back with another 2x4. I got my storage cubbies underneath. They're not very big, but I'm sacrificing the minimal amount of headspace. All right. So at least with the Jeep Cherokee KL, you can slide the seat forward. So the driver's side rear seat slides all the way forward. The passenger side rear seat stays all the way back. Now with the base, I put a couple 2x4s down here. That act as a lip. So from what I just did, it doesn't look like much, but it works. I'll get to this in a second. So we got that space there. Folds out. Like I said, I made this out of scrap material. I didn't have a piece of OSB large enough. So I spliced one together. Now with this back here, I had to prop it up right there, but you see the angle of the dangle there. I don't even use the folding thing back there at all now. I did notch it out right here. See, like I said, I made this completely out of scrap wood. That's too cheap to go out and buy new lumber. I will eventually though. The foam pad slides in at an angle. You can get these at any Home Depot. You just gotta notch it and it slides right in. Now over here, I tend to put my feet over here when I get up in the morning. So actually normally I do this before I even put the bed in, but I'll put this burlap sack in here just to protect the back of the seats right there. So I have more area protected really. Because a lot of times in the morning I'm doing that little mambo trying to get my boots on right here. All right, let's go ahead and climb in here. There's not much headroom, but it works. All right, I'm laying down in the bed. I got my normal stuff there. That's why I put the burlap sack there. As you can tell, not much headroom in here. If this thing was any higher, it'd be just that much more miserable. Oh, I just need my pillow now. Usually hang my keys, my inReach right here, during the summer at least. I got the window shade back over there, and easy peasy. It's simple, doesn't cost much money, and it works. All right, have a good one.